Duncan, and we back with year 4 of the Madden 22 Arizona Cardinals realistic rebuild. If you tuned in, part 3, missed the playoffs again for the third straight time. 8-9, lost Ronnie Hudson to retirement. Brought in a couple of pieces in free agency. You'll see who that is when we go ahead and meet the squad before the preseason. Had another great draft for the third time in a row in the draft. We hit on dev traits because I am the draft king. With our first 2 picks 3 years in a row, so we're 6 for 6. But let's waste no more time. We had the MVP type season with Kyler Murray, got robbed, but let's waste no more time. Go ahead and meet the team before the season. I'm excited for this season, year 4. I think this is the season. One of my favorite numbers, lucky number 4. I feel like this is the season to make the playoffs, but let's go ahead and meet the team. Like I said, MVP run-up from last season. Kyler Murray, if you check out the stats, he should have won it. They gave it to Joe Shiesty. But look at that season. And look at the rushing yards he had. So hopefully he can replicate that, do that again, put on another MVP-type performance. We got the contract negotiations behind us now. He's locked in, 7-year contract, $266 million. He's our quarterback. And then James Conner, been decent. Brought back Benjamin Langford. They helped out last season, so hopefully the running game can just improve just a little bit more, along with Danny Marshall, the fullback. And then the receivers, the 3-headed monster, D-Hop, Kurt, Moore, all 1,000 yards last season. So hopefully they can do that again. A lot of that was the performance of Kyler Murray. And then tight end, Larry Parsons been kind of disappointing, to say the least. I mean, his rookie year, he split with Zach Ertz. Last year, he took over the reins and didn't do a whole lot. I know most of the balls went to the receivers, but this is his year. No more Zach Ertz on the team at all. So the pressure is on Larry Parsons, our former first-round pick. And then one of our big free agent signings was Tyron Smith. We saw the 49ers going after him. We did lose DJ Humphries, who played like shit last season. Not too bad, but we let him test the market, and we upgraded the left tackle position with a superstar dev. Tyron Smith, I didn't think he was going to sign to us because when we played the Cowboys, we just bullied him. He gave up 3 sacks against us, Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. But we brought him into Arizona. He's buying in. Hopefully he can help our running game a little bit better. Glover was a rookie last season. Hopefully he can improve. We brought in Mason Cole. Big shoes to fill. We lost Rodney Hudson to retirement, but Mason Cole should be solid. Nice Band-Aid. We needed a center. He can start. Josh Jones was our best offensive lineman last year, and then Agnew, along with DJ Humphries, was trash, but it was just a second-year starter going into his third year. He needs to amp it up. J.J. Watt turned back the clock last season. Hopefully he can do that again. Zach Allen still developing, still a solid player, still good. And then our first-round pick for this season, pass draft, Angelo Wayne. I don't like the weight. I don't like when I'm in a 3-4 defense and you're a nose tackle, I don't want you being under 300. You can't be under 300, but he is a scheme fit, though. He's a run stopper. He can do it all. He's fast. He can tackle. So I went with that pick. We were thinking about corner, but we went for need over want, and I think it's going to pay off for us. And then we got Garrard in the draft, our second-round pick. Like I said, we hit again on a dev trait. Love him. He's another Arizona Cardinal type player. You can move him around. I even experimented, moved him to free safety. He actually went up a point to 72. He could probably stay at 71, or he might go down a point if I move in the middle linebacker. We can move this guy all over the place, but we've been looking for this edge rusher. I just discovered that Reynolds, the guy that we traded up for last year in the second round, is actually a run stopper. And we don't have room for him to play middle linebacker on this team. And because we do have a replacement for him, we have him on the trading block. So we're going to try to trade him and see if, another team can use him now that we have Garrard. We brought back Fackrell as competition. Middle linebacker still got Isaiah Simmons and Zaven Collins. Still got Chandler Jones. We moved the other left outside linebacker, Russell, to the right side because he's more of a speed rusher, and that's what we are on the right side. We need the speed rusher, so he fits the scheme better over there with Chris Rump. So that being said, the only guy, the odd man out, is Owen Reynolds. So we're going to put him on the trading block, see if we can ship him out, and then still got Byron Murphy, and then we did bring in William Jackson at corner, and that impacted the draft because we brought in William Jackson. Well, I want to see what he did last season, whatever team he was on, to see if it was a good signing. He had a pick last year with the football team / Commanders, so our secondary was dead last in yards per game, so we needed to address that. Richard going into his second year, our former first round pick from last season, and then Wilson being bumped down to cornerback 4. He'll still be good. Then still got Jalen Thompson. We brought back Marcus Epps on a 2-year deal because he was the only special teams player that did something last year besides our kicker who retired, Matt Prater, by the way. He had a forced fumble. So we brought him back, rewarded him with a new contract. Then we still got Budda Baker, and then we drafted this guy, Avery Taylor. He'll be a decent backup. And then for kicker, like I said, we lost Matt Prater, who had only one missed field goal last year, even though he was missing all them extra pointers for a guy that can make a 60-yard field goal. We brought in Will Lutz, but then that did not stop us from addressing kicker. We doubled up and drafted a kicker, Tony Regan, 71 overall. This might be the season where we keep 2 kickers on the roster. Just in case if Will Lutz wants to miss extra pointers, we'll go at Regan. So we might keep 2 field goal kickers on the team. And now when I think about it, we do have some team captain slots available. We lost DJ Humphries. He was a team captain. So who deserves that C patch on their something about the EA servers? That wasn't the normal kick out. I know sometimes the EA servers go out, but that was kind of weird. Let's see if it shows the team now. I'm just trying to reward, man, somebody with the team captain. That's all I'm trying to do. Like, okay, now it's showing the team captain. So who's been here? Who's been a Cardinal? Who's been playing well? Who deserves it? If I had to pick, let me just do this quickly, and we're going to reward the game just is freezing. I don't know what the hell is going on, but we're going to try to get through it. Go ahead and set Isaiah Simmons as a team captain. He deserves it. He's been leading the team in tackles every damn year. Let's just make sure we have no more team captain slots available because I don't even want to go through the pain of trying to click on the players, and the game is just freezing. But we benched some of the players. We didn't really have too many injuries last season. Hopefully we can do that again this season. Let's get through free agency, injury-free, and try to make the playoffs for year 4. And I jinxed it. We do have an injury. And it is Agnew, so he should be back. Torn label in 3 weeks. He'll be back for the regular season. So no biggie. Don't really have no open competitions. Actually, I do have one. I want to see what that kicker can do. Let's get him some reps. Compete with Will Lutz. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. And I do want to check out this camp standout. Let's see who's standing out from the rest of the team. And it is Angelo Wayne, the rookie. So he is a run stopper. So let's work on rushing the passer. I want him to be really balanced. He can do it all. He can do it all. Larry Parsons, our tight end, I don't need him being injured, especially going into his 3rd year where he needs to step up. And once again, we go 0-3. Once again, we do have an injury. And it is our newly appointed team captain, Isaiah Simmons. And you know what? That works in our favor because I just came up with an idea. You can. There's good that can come out of injuries. Look at Tom Brady. If Drew Bledsoe doesn't get hurt, we don't have the GOAT in Tom Brady. So An injury just happened to Isaiah Simmons. I think I know what I'm going to do. I have an idea. Hewitt was actually better this year. We did bring in Kurt Benkert, as a backup quarterback. So they both played okay. I think both of them earned a spot on the team, even though Hewitt got sacked 9 times again. He did have a pick. We could put him in the practice squad and go with Hewitt, but his completion percentage wasn't that great. The running backs was okay. Rondell Moore did his thing. Cade Johnson, shout out to him. And then for the defense, I mean, there really was no competition. The defensive tackle is starting his rookie year. And would you look at that? Both of them perfect. Even the rookie was even better. 2 for 2, made a 53-yarder. But Will Lutz wasn't bad either. And I think I know what I'm going to do about the Isaiah Simmons situation. So for right now, we're going to keep both quarterbacks, even though I'm tempted to throw Hewitt back on the practice squad. I think he could use a little bit more development. All these receivers got to go. We're keeping Cade Johnson. We're keeping Bartell. And where's the other guy? Was it Cunningham? We'll keep Cunningham as a special team guy. But this guy, Golson, has to go. Shirley can go on the practice squad. And Tally can go. Keeping 3 tight ends, keeping all of our offensive linemen. Lancaster's hurt, so we're forced to keep Romero for right now. Keeping 3 DTs. This is what I wanted to do. Reynolds, like I said, didn't fit. And we threw him on the trading block. But you know what we're going to do? He is the run stopper. So with that being said, with Isaiah Simmons down, we're going to throw him the middle linebacker. Find a spot to put him on the team, and look at that scheme fit. So we did find a place for him on the team. He'll get to play this season, and he'll fill in for Isaiah Simmons. Zayvon Collins will get a chance to be middle linebacker 1 for at least 10 games. And I feel bad for Isaiah Simmons. Just got that team captain, that C on his jersey. So the rookie Garrard will be the rush left. Fackrell and Victor. Don't know who we go with. We brought in Tay Crowder as well. Still got Olsen. This Mike Russell guy, he's going to get cut. And I like these two. I like Rumph. I like Russell. Hunter can go. And like I said, we're keeping 2 kickers because if I put him on the practice squad, he'll most likely get stolen by another team. And just in case Will Lutz starts to fuck up and miss extra pointers, we have another kicker. And we do have to cut 4 more people. So with that being said, I think I'm going to throw Hewitt 1 more year on the practice squad. I think we're going to keep Romero for right now. I think I'm going to cut I don't know who I like out of Fackrell. This is his 2nd year coming back. Victor's been on the practice squad. I want to keep both of them, really. Do we cut Dante Olsen? Do we cut Dante Olsen? I mean, Victor is stronger. Tackling's about the same. Hit power is almost the same. We're going with the young guy. Goodbye, Fackrell. Gave him a 2nd tryout 2 years in a row. We're going to roll with Victor this year. You know, I guess we'll cut Dante Olsen because once we get Isaiah Simmons back, we won't need 4 middle linebackers. I mean, but we can keep him for right now, though. We can keep him for right now. 2 people. I might have to put that kicker, man. Might have to risk losing him. He'll always be back in free agency anyway. I want to, I'm keeping 2 kickers on the roster this season. I don't care. I'm keeping 2. Oh man, you know what? Sasser's coming back, so we can get rid of Romero, move him to the practice squad, and then the final person will either come to Dante Olson. Or do we do Cunningham, the receiver? He's fast, though. I need him on special teams. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. I'm thinking we cut that middle linebacker. I'm cutting Dante Olson. Would have traded Reynolds. That would have been the final spot, but we brought in Tay Crowder to replace Dante Olson anyway. So I like the team. We're keeping 2 kickers. Got our backup safeties. Got our corners. We're deep at edge. Little banged up on the O-line, but I like the team. Let's go ahead, reorder the depth chart, get that set up, upgrade the team before the preseason starts. And I like it. We find a place for Owen Reynolds. We're gonna trade him. Find a place for him. Thankfully, the injury to Isaiah Simmons. And I just seen D-Hop go from X Factor to Superstar. Didn't notice that at first. But we are going Kyler, Kurt Benkert, James Conner, Eno Benjamin, Calvin Langford, D-Hop, Christian Kirk, Rondell Moore, 3-headed beast. Parsons, hopefully he can break out this year. And then we got Tyron Smith, the new left tackle, Glover, Mason Cole, the new center, Josh Jones, right guard, and Matt Pryor is going to have to start at right tackle because Agnew is out. J.J. Watt and Sasser, Zach Allen, Sasser, Gerard, okay. Wayne. They want Chandler Jones on the left. No, I want Gerard. And then we can go Chris Rumpf right there. Collins, room, yep. Tim Gerard, I guess. And then on the right, I want Chandler Jones. I don't know what they're thinking. And then Bruce Russell, Rumpf, William Jackson, Richard Murphy, Jalen Thompson, Mike Epps, Marcus Epps, Avery Taylor, James Richard, and then kick return will be Calvin Langford and Cunningham. Punt return will be Rondell Moore. And we'll go Richard and Reese. Kickoff start, I guess we'll go with the rookie. That way we use both kickers. Regan will do the kickoff start. Lutz will do the kicking. And our punter will do the punting. Long snapper will be Josh Jones. He's been our best offensive lineman. Third down back will be Connor. We actually could go with Langford. Who's the better catcher? Who is the better catcher? It's actually Langford. But we're going to go with James Conner doing it all. Slot receiver will be Rondell Moore. We'll go with Christian Kirk. D-Hop there. On the left side, we'll go with the rookie. And we'll put Russell right there. Rumpf. And then on the right, we'll go with Chandler Jones. They have Victor and Russell. They got Reynolds, got Gerard. Let's go with, I feel like we're missing somebody. Got Victor, Russell, Gerard, Rumpf. No, that's everybody. That's everybody. Got Russell right there already. So we'll go with Gerard there. And then for D tackle, of course, J.J. Watt, Wayne, and Allen. Sub linebacker, Zaven Collins, and then it's going to be Reynolds filling in for Isaiah Simmons. And we're going to go with Crowder, who we brought in. Slot cornerback will be Danny Richard, Marco Wilson, and then they have Marcus Epps filling in a little bit. We could go with Avery Taylor, but we're going to go with Marcus Epps. We brought him back on that new 2-year contract as a backup free safety, and that'll do it for the preseason. We got week 1 against a division rival opponent, Seattle Seahawks. The goal this year is, I'm going to keep it at, because of division talk, I'm going to keep it at 7 wins. Because I want to at least make it to the final year as the head coach. I'm going to keep it at 7 wins. I want to win the division, make the playoffs. I think we can win the division with 9 wins. We could probably win the division with 7 wins, 8 wins. So you can't stand out defensive tackle. We'll talk to him, see how he's doing. So he can continue his breakout, possibly go up to superstar dev. If he's not already superstar dev, he's most likely star. We get Agnew and we get Tyler Lancaster back, so we get more depth back. We get our starting right tackle back. Let's make sure Lancaster is in. Okay. And let's see if we can get a win week 1. Division game. Let's check out the prospects. See who we may draft next season. And I do see a left tackle, cornerback. There is 1 quarterback. So it hasn't been a lot of quarterbacks. There's 2, 3. I lied. Spoke too early. So about 4 quarterbacks. But we don't need one. We got Kyler Murray locked down, 7-year contract. Week 1, Seahawks. Let's see if we can beat them on the road in Seattle. I think we got a strong team, and we dropped 49 on their head, 49-14 in the season premiere for us for year 4. We shut the running game down. We ran the ball. We passed the ball. Old school football. 4 turnovers for the defense that was dead last and giving up passing yards per game. $35 to shit at halftime. What a game from us. What a game from us. We bullied Russell Wilson with 3 picks and 3 sacks, 3 touchdowns, 3 3-3s all over the place. Like I said, 3 3-3s all over the place. 3 touchdowns for James Conner. Touchdown for Eno Benjamin. Touchdown for Christian Kirk, Rondale Moore, and D-Hop. The 3 had threes. And look at that. Tay Crowder, 13 tackles and a sack for our 3rd middle linebacker. I don't know why he played that much. J.J. Watt, the rookie, Garrard, and Marco Wilson. William Jackson, his debut as a Cardinal with a pick. Byron Murphy, Buda Baker, secondary, already playing better. And look at that. Will Lutz, 7 of 7 for extra pointers. That's very important. Could have cost us the game if he didn't make that. But, man, Tay Crowder had a big game. I don't know why he played so much. It should be Zaven Collins. Okay, that makes sense. So Jalen Thompson was hurt. Zaven Collins was hurt. Make sure that he's in as the starting sub middle linebacker. But shout out to Tay Crowder. That's why we bring in depth in the preseason. That's why we sign these players. That's why I play with injuries on. Makes other guys step up. Next man up mentality. Delegate that. Stand out. I don't know if he hit it. We did shut the running game down a little bit, though. And he didn't hit it. So that's okay. I think he's going to be a hell of a player. Going to be a great player for us. And we get Jalen Thompson back. And we have the 0-1 Buffalo Bills. See if we can. We just dropped 49 on the road in Seattle. Can we win on the road again? We do, 31-24. So it looks like we some road warriors. 31-24, 2-0. Running the ball. Just 1 turnover. I like it. We did let them drop 17 points on us, though, in the 4th quarter, so they almost came back. But no sacks from the O-line. Kyler Murray, I don't like seeing him leading the league in rushing, but Rondell Moore getting a rushing touchdown. Christian Kirk played well. Rondell Moore had a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. D-Hop with a touchdown. J.J. Watt. And this rookie has 2 sacks or a sack and a half already in 2 games. Byron Murphy, our secondary, already has like 4 or 5 picks. So the defense is working out. Looks like our secondary is playing good again. Looks like we finally got a left edge rusher. The O-line is playing great. Everything coming together. D-Hop is back from injury. Don't like to see him going down. He is getting older, though. Why does our depth chart look crazy? You must have somebody out. Okay, and then slot receiver. I know they messed it up. No, they actually didn't. So let's take out the mock draft, see if they have us projected to go to the Super Bowl. We are actually 2-0 right now. So it's a possibility. If they believe in us, if they think we can do it, and they actually have us going to the Super Bowl right now as a week 2 against the Patriots, so losing to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So at least they got us going there. At least they got us projected to go there. Let's see. And we have the 49ers, our first home game of the season. We're the only team that's 2-0 in the NFC West in our division. Can we keep it up? And we do. We win a close one, 35-32. Seems like we're starting to win these close games. And I told y'all, year 4. I felt like this is going to be the year. I felt like we had a great offseason in the draft and free agency. I like this team that we got. Shout out to Trey Lance. He balled out, did his thug. James Conner with a touchdown. Kyler Murray with another rushing touchdown. Darius Slayton killed us. But Rondell Moore, touchdown. 2 touchdowns for the tight end. So already more than half of the touchdowns that he had last season. And would you look at that, DJ Humphries and his so-called revenge game against us. He wants to go to a team in a division. Well, look at that. J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones probably bullied him like they used to do in practice, and it was. Chandler Jones, a little bit of Zach Allen, Buda Baker, William Jackson. Let's go. 3-0. Keep it rolling. Want to make the playoffs. It's been long overdue for this team. We have another 3-0 team, so something's got to give. We've been great on the road, putting up points, 30, 40 points. Can we do it again against the Las Vegas Raiders? On the road, we are the Road Warriors. 31 again on the road, 31-19 to take this team to 4-0. Shutting the running game down, so that the draft pick of that defensive tackle has enabled us to be able to stop the run and is making an impact. He's an impact player. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick for Kyler, but 4 sacks on Derek Carr. James Conner's running the ball a little bit better. Calvin Langford with a touchdown. So already the signing of Tyron Smith is making an impact. Christian Kirk is playing better this season, picking up where he left off at the end of the season. He caught fire. 2 sacks for J.J. Watt. Chandler Jones. I'm loving this Tim Garrard pick. Danny Richard with a half a sack. Buda Baker, Byron Murphy. Inside the 20 twice for Roberts. So I'm loving the draft picks. I'm loving the signings. Everybody's making impacts. Looks like we made the right moves in the offseason because we are at 4-0. So undefeated right now. We have a breakout scenario. Running routes. I feel like that could be Christian Kirk maybe. And it is. Christian Kirk. Can he get the superstar dev? That'll make us even more dangerous, even more lethal. It's always the goddamn Steelers stealing my practice squad players. But can we steal a victory against the Miami Dolphins? 2-2 Miami Dolphins. We are at home, and they end our undefeated streak. 21-7. Wasn't going to go 17-0, but going into the bye week, I mean, we couldn't run the ball, couldn't pass. Just horrible game. We probably even still could have won that game. We were just down 21-7 at the half, and then nobody scored the rest of the game. So, boring game. Not a bad game from Kyler. Bad for his standards. I mean, they got Devontae Adams, Christian Kirk, 1 touchdown. So, he needed 2 more to hit the depth trait, so he didn't hit it. So we're not even going to entertain it and click on it. Chandler Jones with a sack, Angelo Wayne and Zach Allen, both half sacks, no kicker. Oh, inside the 23 times. Longest was a 72 for Richard Roberts. Looks like he's having a great year from the punter position. And I know we didn't hit that, so we're not going to entertain that. We are at the bye week, week 6. So I am going to upgrade Wayne and Garrard. I want to see what their dev traits are. Should we do speed rusher? What does he need to work on? He's pretty damn balanced. So we'll do run stopper just because he is a little underweight. And then the other rookie, Garrard, he has 2 points. He's still hitting, but it's about to unlock. So I would do power rusher, but it's kind of too far gone. So we're just going to feed into speed rusher. I kind of want to put up the pass coverage because we could move him to safety, but we're not going to move him to safety anytime soon. So we're just going to do speed rusher, and then we'll see his dev trait after the next game. Hopefully a superstar. Seeing those 2 points gives me a little bit of hope he might be a superstar. We'll look at the contracts like around week 8. We ain't going to look at it right now. Let's get through the bye week, fix everything that didn't go right against the Dolphins, and we have a TV game against the 1-5 New Orleans Saints, a cold opponent, so they're kind of on a losing streak right now. Let's see if we can keep them cold, keep them on that losing streak, get off our little losing streak, and don't melt down. And we do. We win in overtime. Looks like an overtime game, 37, and we're dangerous as hell on the road. I kind of want to go through the wild card. Monday Night Football, 37-31, overtime game. Don't like how we struggled against a cold team, but we did it. Got the win. That's all that matters. 600 yards of total offense. No turnovers. Mitchell Trubisky did his thing, but Kyler was a little bit better. 3 touchdowns for James Conner. Christian Kirk, why did you not? I hate Madden, bro. They always do that shit to you, bro. Don't hit the death rate scenario, then they do what they were supposed to do the following week. I feel like it's programmed in the game that way. Rondale Moore did great. Agnew giving up a sack, but no biggie. Chandler Jones, sack. Byron Murphy, pick. Will Lutz, watch yourself, my boy. We have another kicker on the roster, rookie, big leg, sitting behind you. Outplayed you in the preseason. But 5-1. Of course, the Rams will also be 5-1. Another thing that Madden programs in the game is when you're finally having a good season, they make sure another team in your division is having a good season to screw you over. But do they have us projected to go to the Super Bowl still? They have us losing to the Bucs in the NFC Championship game. At least we're not losing to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Weekly awards, though. I'm guessing Christian Kirk, he had 181 yards. No, it was actually Kyler Murray. So let's go ahead and... Did we beat the Seahawks already? I mean, we've beaten every team so far besides the Dolphins. So let's go ahead and see if we can sweep the Seahawks. And they split with us 17-14. They beat us at home. We're a better road team anyway right now. Close game, though. They just shut our running game down a little bit. Pretty even game. Probably just came down to the turnover. We probably just turned the ball over later in the game. They probably had the ball last. Our fullback had a touchdown. Rondale Moore with the touchdown. Tyron Smith giving up some sacks. Tim Garrard, I love you. He's a beast. Byron Murphy, pick inside the 23 times for Richard Roberts. Second time he's done that this season. And we're going to look at the contracts now. We are at week 9, so as the mid-season mark, we do have a new injury. And it is Josh Jones. Broken thumb. Get Isaiah Simmons back soon. We have another dev trait scenario for a player, and it is Byron Murphy. Trying to go up to superstar dev. It's possible. He's been having picks past couple of games. And we're going to take a look at the final contracts, because next video will be year 5. And Budda Baker, X Factor. He's been consistent. So he's going to get rewarded. Thank you, sir. D-Hop. He's D-Hop. He's been playing well. We're going to reward him. He wants more money. That's okay. Chandler Jones. He's been making Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl. So I think he deserves a new contract. And we'll give him $15 million. He wants to come back for one more year. Three-headed monster is working. I'll give him that. So we take that. And then J.J. Watt. He's been turning back the clock too. So I'm going to offer him a deal as well, even if he might retire. Bring him back. Zaven Collins, I want him back. 5-year deal. Give him that 3-3-3 contract. And then that's everybody. So get the old guys back because they're playing well. Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, they can still retire. We get the young guys back in Zaven Collins and Rondale Moore. Old guy in D-Hop. Well, we still got to come back with D-Hop. And then we get Budda Baker. So got everybody that we want back besides D-Hop for the final year. Let's go ahead and upgrade the team. Did not mean to go to weekly strategy. Go ahead and upgrade the team before we play the Vikings. Try to get Byron Murphy to superstar dev. And I want to see Wayne and Garrard. So Wayne is a star. And then Garrard, I see the little symbol by that 74. You know what that means. X Factor. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. X Factor. Tim Garrard. I told him I loved him. X Factor. Edge rusher. Made his defense more scarier. Draft King. Let's go. Let's go. I'm hyped now. I'm hyped. Now let's try to get Byron Murphy, superstar dev, and make our defense even more scary. Of course we lose the damn game. Seems like I always lose the game when it comes to the dev trade scenarios, whether we hit them or not. Most of the time we don't hit it. 2-game losing streak. I lose to my favorite teams, the Seahawks and the Vikings. And I mean, it was an even game. They scored 21 points in the second quarter. That was the difference in the game right there. We lost to Kellen Mond. 4 touchdowns for him. Couldn't stop Dalvin Cook, so I know we didn't hit it. You know, Benjamin with a touchdown. Rondale Moore, Christian Kirk played well. Backup tight end played well. Angelo Wayne, Garrard, Chandler Jones, Jalen Thompson with the pick. Will Lutz, I told you to watch yourself, my boy. I told you to watch yourself. You start missing them field goals. We got another kicker on the roster. I normally don't keep 2 kickers on the roster. A lot of rebuilders don't do that. But some teams in the NFL do that. And I'm realistic. So, breakout player scenario. I know we didn't hit it. I just needed confirmation. Yep, had a quiet game. But Byron Murphy's been playing well. Playing well. Had a down season last season, but it looks like he's back to form. three-way tie right now. Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals all 5-3 with the 49ers one game behind at 4-5. So the NFC West is back to being the NFC West that we all know and love. Unlike last season, the Eagles, this is a playoff implication game. 5-3 as well. We're at home. Can we get off this 2-game losing streak? Don't melt down. We started 5-1. 28-20. That was a big win. Could see them in the playoffs if we make it. We shut the running game down. Ran the ball. Old school. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. So Kyler having another MVP type season, especially with those rushing yards. And I'm tired of these running backs killing us with these screens, I guess. Man, 100 yards for Miles Sanders. D-Hop with a touchdown, 2 for Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is going crazy this season. Mason Cole giving up 2 sacks from the center position. Don't like that. Definitely got to get a center next year. Owen Reynolds was going to trade him. Playing because of the injury to Isaiah Simmons with the sack. And that was a big win. Big win to go 6-3. I want to get to 8 wins first just because we had 8 wins last season. I always like to improve record-wise the following season, the next season. And I forgot about D-Hop. Need to come back to D-Hop before we play the 6-4 Patriots. He just likes the contract length. Have 14 mil, man. There you go. What? He's getting a franchise tag. They'll want him for 3 more years anyway. So we'll franchise tag D-Hop later on. We get Isaiah Simmons back. So that's going to help us out. He's missed all of the regular season so far. But he makes his season debut. And it makes our defense even more scarier. So I got to say, Monte Hunt, don't know who that is, but let's beat the 6-4 Patriots at home. They're 83. We're at 83, even game. And we beat them 27-14. So we go from 2-game losing streak, 2-game winning streak, 7 wins. Monday night football game against the Bears coming up. And we shut the running game down. No turnovers. 2 touchdowns, no picks. We did give up 4 sacks, though. I don't like the sacks. But as long as we get the W. Rondell Moore, Christian Kirk, the young guns with the touchdowns. And Isaiah Simmons in his season debut, 12 tackles and a pick, already making an impact. J.J. Watt with the sack, Zach Allen with the sack, Zaven Collins, Chandler Jones, pick for Isaiah Simmons, Jalen Thompson having a bounce-back season. There you go, Will Lutz. There you go, Richard Roberts pinning them inside the 20 twice. And we're sitting at 7-3, my friends. 7-3, top of the NFC West. Seahawks and Rams and 49ers all still behind us. As we get Josh Jones back, we have another injury. Who is it? Mason Cole, dislocated knee. Make sure I have a decent backup center. Don't remember who it was. Could have been like a rookie or somebody. Yeah, Monte Hunt. But I don't think we're going to go with him. I'd rather go with Matt Pryor, the veteran. So put him in a little bit. And we have a Monday night football game against the Bears. They're 6-4, playoff implications. They take our spot if, they beat us. But we're road warriors, man. We're road warriors. They're only a 79 overall. Take care of business, and we lose. And we lose. Wasn't ready for the primetime game. No turnovers. They dropped 21 points. 21 skunked us in the fourth quarter. That was the difference in the game. Justin Fields, offensive line, giving up 4 sacks. Again. Darnell Mooney and KJ Hamler killed us. D-Hop with a touchdown, even though he's acting like he doesn't want to be a part of this team. And I made the mistake of putting Matt Pryor at center because he gave up 2 of those 4 sacks. Zach Allen, J.J. Watt, Owen Reynolds, all with sacks. Pick for Byron Murphy. Will Lutz, watch yourself. Missing those kicks. How much longer do we stay with Will Lutz, man? But we get Isaiah Simmons back, Wayne, Agnew, all these guys back. Let's make sure that Wayne is in as a rush D tackle. He is, and I want to make sure that I make that change at center. We're actually going to go with Hunt because Pryor gave up those 2 sacks. And I kind of want to see what the rookie kicker can do. We'll put him in for a game. See what he does. Hopefully he doesn't come to bite us. Get Isaiah Simmons back. Get Agnew. Okay, so 8-3 Lions. Playoff implications. We're still tied with the Seahawks. We're split with them, so the division can go either way. Let's take a look at the playoff picture to see where we stand right now. Hopefully we're like 5th, 4th seed. We're actually the 6th seed. Seahawks 3rd seed. So if we were to win the division, we'd be 3rd seed. So still good. Still looking at the playoffs. And let's see if we can win against the 8-3 Lions. And we don't. We don't. We're fucking melting down. Still 7-4 with the Seahawks, though. Tired of these losing streaks, man. Ran the ball well. No turnovers. What happened then? 14-14 in the third quarter. They scored 3 more points than us in the fourth quarter. We actually played well enough to win the game. Rondell Moore with the touchdown. Agnew coming back from injury, giving up a sack. Wayne, Allen, and Watt, all with sacks. Rookie kicker, 3 for 3. So, going to stick for him another game. I want to see him actually attempt a regular field goal. And so far, I mean, we're having a lot of injuries, but we're getting a lot of guys back. Josh Jones, so our O-line that was banged up. We get back. Seahawks actually won their game. Rams right behind us, so it's 49ers. So we need to start winning some games. We can't let the Seahawks pull away. We do have the 4-8 Jets on the road. We're always favored on the road, and we win 38-32. That was a big win. Get off that losing streak. I don't think we've lost more than 2 games in a row this whole season. Yeah, it's been the max. So we don't lose 3 games in a row. Both teams dead even. Shootout. They was actually up 17-12 at the half. We won in overtime. That's a weird overtime score. Never see really 38-32 like that. Damn. They had Zach Wilson and another quarterback. But Kyler was Kyler. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. And he led our team in rushing. Eno Benjamin with the touchdown. Rondell Moore, 2 touchdowns. We got killed by Tyler Conklin. Shout out to the Vikings. Christian Kirk, touchdown. And Elijah Moore with a touchdown, and then D-Hop with a touchdown. 2 sacks for Zayvon Collins, a sack for Garrard, the X Factor rookie. Danny Richard, our first-round pick from last season, with the pick, and Regan misses a field goal. So I am going to quickly take him out, put the veteran Will Lutz back in, and looks like we're going to be just flip-flopping between the kickers. I mean, whoever makes their kick stays in. You miss a kick, you're coming out. So I just want to see what he could do, give him a little bit of experience, but we're going with Will Lutz. And once again, we get our offensive line has been banged up. It seems like everybody on the O-line has been hurt at some point, and now we lose James Conner. That's a big one. Got to rock with Eno Benjamin. We have a weekly award, and it is Kyler Murray. Probably in the MVP conversation again. And we have the 7-6 Rams. So the Seahawks are 9-4. Rams bottom of the division, but they're still in it. They move up to 2nd or 3rd place if they beat us. So this is a very important game. We'll go ahead and upgrade the team because this is an important game. And we need to get a win. And I like it that we're on the road. I feel more comfortable on the road because we dropped 30, 40 points on the road. Can we do it again? No, we let the other team do it to us. Why? Because we fucking suck and we want to miss the playoffs again for a 4th straight time. Couldn't run the ball. Why? James Conner out at the wrong time. Oh, man, they dropped 20 on us in the second quarter. I feel like just putting James Conner on IR, see if there's a free agent running back. We lost to a rookie quarterback. Look at that. Eno Benjamin, 28 yards, 2 yards a carry. That's not going to get the job done. Rondell Moore with the touchdown. D-Hop, 90 yards. Larry Parson, who's been a bust. We might have to address tight end in the free agency. Chandler Jones, the sack. Isaiah Simmons, and then we had a pick for Danny Richard. He's coming along. Will Lutz. Why? 2 missed field goals. He had a field goal block. I guess I'm going back to the rookie kicker for the rest of the season. But first, before we do that, let's take a look at free agency as we get somebody else back from injury. Let's see who's available at running back. Chuba Hubbard, Melvin Gordon, really nobody that I would want to bring in. We just got to work with what we got, man. We just got to work with what we got. And Will Lutz is getting benched again. And we're going with the young guy. He only missed 1. And we do have 8 wins. So at least I can say we have matched our win total from last season. We are at 8 wins. I don't even think we're in the playoff picture. The Rams are second. We're third. We could have 3 teams in the playoffs, and we don't because the Rams are the 7th seed. So we need to catch up to them. Beat the Packers. They're 5-9. No, they have an 85 overall, so they should be better than that record. We're at home. We need to win this game. Get 9 wins, please. Embarrassment. Fucking embarrassment, bro. 27 to shit. I'm not even going to look at the stats for that game. Let's just go ahead and beat the 49ers. This would be a big meltdown when we start at 5-1, and we're going to fucking meltdown. I hate this game. I hate this game. We win the last game of the season to go 9-7. Winning record, over 500. But we missed the playoffs yet again. 16 in points per game, 13 in passing yards per game. Rushing yards, 26. Defensive points per game, 13. Passing yards per game, still almost dead last in the league. And then the defense rush. So it looks like we stopped the run pretty well. Our cornerbacks and stuff, safeties, secondary, they got picks and stuff. But we're giving out too many yards. And then we're not running the ball on offense. So do we need to address the running back situation? James Conner went down to injury. We might have to. We might have to. Running back is in play. You know, we keep missing the playoffs, bro. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, Darnell Mooney, DK, Kadarius Toney's been going crazy since he went to Green Bay. Myles Garrett, 23 sacks. Brian Burns, 22. Some guy named Dennis Fisher with 20. Devin White, Byron Murphy, 6 picks. Let's go. Marshawn Lattimore, and then Patrick Queen, Anthony Walker Jr., and Devin Bush. Check out the stats, man. 19th in offensive yards. Kyler having another good year. Defensive yards, dead last. Points scored, 16. Points allowed, 13. So, Kyler, 35-10, 4,400 yards. Cut down 10 on the sacks. Went from 40 to 30, so that's good. And then rushing was just... Kyler, so that's 600 yards. So over 5,000 yards and 41 touchdowns. Benjamin with the touchdowns, but he's proven that he is not the backup running back we thought he was. Langford just doesn't get a lot of carry. So running back will be addressed next season if we get a stud running back. And once again, the 3-headed monster at receiver is killing it. Got a franchise tag D-Hop, unfortunately. And then Christian Kirk, who's been consistent. And then Rondale Moore started a little slow, and he's come along back-to-back 1,000 yards a season. But this season, he led the team in receiving yards, receiving catches, and touchdowns. The tight end had a better year. O-line, better year. Tyron Smith, kind of a down year for the guard and the center, but we're not going long term with Mason Cole anyway. But shout out to Randy Agnew. I know he was banged up a little bit, but that's great in the right tackle position. And then Josh Jones, who was hurt a little bit too. Zaven Collins leading the team in tackles for the first time because the injury to Isaiah Simmons. William Jackson over 100 tackles. Byron Murphy leading the team in 6 picks. Jalen Thompson, bounce back year for him. Richard, great second year for him. Reynolds, I mean, he did that when 1.5 sack. He was doing that at the edge. So he's just a bust player for us. We traded up in the second round for him a couple seasons ago. Buda Baker's been consistent. J.J. Watt leading the team in TFLs, it looks like. Chandler Jones, old man, still playing well. Then our X Factor, rookie year, 68 tackles, 12 TFLs, 5.5 sacks. Isaiah Simmons was hurt. We know that. And then the other rookie, 14 TFLs, 3 sacks, beast. Zach Allen's been solid. So Chandler Jones lead the team in tackles, along with J.J. Watt leading the team in TFLs. Picks was Byron Murphy. Forced fumbles, we had Byron Murphy and Buda Baker. Blocks, we had Jalen Thompson, Angelo Wayne, and Sasser. Safeties, we had Buda Baker, and then touchdowns, nobody kicking. Will Lux missed the extra pointer because it was blocked. He had 1 field goal blocked. So he missed 5. So you missed 4. The rookie only missed 1. Made all his extra pointers though. Punter, inside the 20, 17 times. Long as it was 72, average 52. Beast season from the punter. Punters matter. And we actually had a punt return special teams touchdown for Rondell Moore. So just an all-around hell of a year. They better send my boy to the Pro Bowl. He deserves it. And we get the MVP and Kyler Murray. MVP, Kyler Murray. Didn't get robbed. It should be back-to-back MVPs. And what's sad is we're not even good enough to make the playoffs. We keep finishing. Besides that first year with the 4 wins, we finished 9-8, 8-9, and 9-8. So it's like we can't get over that hump, man. And the team is better than 9-8, man. But anyways, we get the MVP. Get the MVP. Coach of the year goes to Dan Campbell, the Lions. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Kyler. Defensive Player of the Year, Brian Burns. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Greg Barker for the Rams. I think he was a quarterback. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, I want to see Cardinals. Robbed. And then Wayne at 6. Best quarterback, Kyler. Best running back, Alvin Kamara. Best receiver goes to DK Metcalf. Rondell Moore at number 3. Christian Kirk at 7. So the young guys taking over D-Hop. O-line, Tristan Wirfs. We had Tyron Smith at 5. He deserved it. He made an immediate impact for the O-line. Brian Burns for Defensive Lineman of the Year. Linebacker was Khalil Mack. D-back, Byron Murphy. Shout out to him. And then best kicker was Jake Elliott. And we had nobody. So shout out to the award winners. We had Byron Murphy, Kyler Murray winning MVP. Upgrade the team, and it looks like it's going to be year 5 playoff or bust, Super Bowl or nothing, because we have not made the playoffs at all. Crazy. Just crazy. Let's see who makes the Super Bowl, see if we have any Pro Bowlers. I expect Rondell Moore, Kyler Murray. It is going to be the Seahawks and Titans, so you know who I'm rooting for. And let's check out the Pro Bowl, see if we had any Pro Bowlers. I want to see Kyler, so it's a damn shame, man. Damn shame. And don't we have a backup quarterback with the name Pruitt? Is that like his brother or something? But Kyler Murray winning MVP, Offensive Player of the Year. He's number 2 behind this Pruitt guy. Don't agree with that, but at least we got one Pro Bowler right there. Rondale Moore, wide receiver 2, so that's 2 Pro Bowlers. And I feel like Christian Kirk should have made it. Tyron Smith, that makes 3 for us. Byron Murphy, that makes 4. So 4 Pro Bowlers for us. So let's go Hawks. But before that, let's check out the depth traits. I expect Rondale Moore. Yep, Rondale Moore goes up to superstar dev. So Pro Bowler had the special teams touchdown, so we get another superstar receiver. Would have liked to see Christian Kirk go up, but he's been playing outstanding. On the defensive side, I see a lot of silver. Byron Murphy was robbed. 6 picks, Pro Bowl. Should have went up to superstar dev. We got Garrard, who was an X factor when we drafted him. And so nobody on the defense. Nobody on the defense. Actually, was Buda Baker already X factor? Yeah. So, shout out to Rondale Moore. Kyler Murray winning MVP while Rondale Moore was a star dev. Now that he's a superstar, hopefully D-Hop can keep his superstar dev trait. Our offense is going to be even more scarier once we fix this goddamn running back position. We should be able to make the playoffs in year 5, but let's go Hawks win the Super Bowl. And they do. So that makes me feel a little bit better. I know it's kind of like they're in my division. I'm the Cardinals right now, but Seahawks are my team. So shout out to Russ. Seahawks, they win it, but we win MVP. Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year. Kyler Murray, Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett. The Rams quarterback, Greg Baker, Rookie of the Year. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Seahawks, who just won a ring, Manny Ingram, middle linebacker, taking over for Bobby Wagner. So let's go ahead and advance the week. We have to bring back D-Hop on a franchise tag, which is perfect, 1 year for the last year. And mock draft 3, we'll see what it's looking like. I'm interested in running back. Hopefully J.J. Watt doesn't retire. They have us taking a quarterback. Maybe 3 seasons ago when Kyler didn't want to take the contract and he was playing like dog shit. But not now. No Sirski. We're not taking a quarterback. Not taking the quarterback. I don't see any first-round running backs in the mock draft, so that's kind of bad. But let's check out the retirements. I don't want to see Chandler Jones. I don't want to see J.J. Watt. I know Chandler Jones already has a Super Bowl ring. I think maybe a couple with the Patriots. J.J. Watt does not, so I really want to try to win him one. But as I see the likes of like Von Miller, Travis Kelce, they're leaving. Thielen. Bring in Tyron Smith for 1 season. Good news is we got Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, even though we re-signed him. Zach Ertz retires, but damn, Tyron Smith is a big one. Hopefully that should free up a little bit more money though. And we are franchise tagging D-Hop. Not even going to think about it. Chris Rump has been decent for us, but it's time to let him go. Time to let Marco go. Matt Pryor brought him back last season just for him to give up 2 sacks in the game when he finally starts. That's just bad, my boy. That was just bad. That was bad. Everybody else can walk. And then we'll see if we have any cap casualties. And James Conner is 30 now. But I mean, we would take a penalty. I mean, it wouldn't really hurt us because we are going into year 5 soon. But we're definitely going to upgrade the running back positions. Wish I would have gave Calvin Langford running back 2 role over Benjamin, but Benjamin played okay last season. Our receivers, I'm glad they let Rondale Moore keep his superstar dev. They didn't rob him. They didn't rob D-Hop. So our offense with Kyler Murray having 2 back-to-back MVP performances and then getting that MVP award with Rondale Moore, superstar dev. Hopefully we can get Christian Kirk up there next season. So that's going to do wonders for us. Tight end needs to keep developing. But, man, we take a big blow at left tackle. We already got we got Mason Cole for another year at center. So definitely got to fix that left tackle position. J.J. Watt, we get him for the final year. Second, Allen. X Factor. Got Chandler Jones still. Byron Murphy. Should have went up. Dev trait. Still got William Jackson. He had 100 tackles, but just 1 pick, so we still could go for corner. So corner, running back, left tackle. Going to keep the 2 kickers again. And let's see what's in free agency. Let's see if we can address some of these problems in free agency so we don't have to wait on the draft, even though we've been really good at drafting. And would you look at that? Aaron Jones is available. Aaron Jones would be perfect for this offense. Kyler throwing it to him out of the backfield. I like it. I like the sound of it. And I'm not even saying that just because he's a top free agent. I think it's a good fit. Even though it says he's not a scheme fit, I think it's a good fit. And for the other positions, we do need tackle. Now, Lael Collins, another Cowboy tackle that we could bring in. I'm thinking about it. It'll be like having Tyron Smith all over again. Thinking about that. David Andrews is there. But I think we'd rather draft a center. Yeah, it's going to have to be Lael Collins. Bringing in Jonnu Smith as a backup tight end wouldn't be bad to compete. But he's 30. I mean, I'd give him like a 2-year deal. To compete with Parsons? No, I don't want to do that. Still got Collins, Michael Thomas. So here's what we're going to do. Aaron Jones. Think it's a good fit. 27 mil. It puts us ahead of the Cardinals. I'm sorry. We are the Cardinals, and we're ahead of the Bears. We're going to... I don't think I want to go after Lael Collins. Let's just see how much it would be. Not that much. What will we even take in the draft, though? Yeah, we'll go after Lael Collins. And that'll be the only 2 players we go after. Trying to get this team over the hump. 2 big free agent signings. If we do get Aaron Jones, we will cut James Conner. He was injured, and he just turned 30. Hasn't had 1,000 yards since like the first or second year. Then Lael Collins would just be like having Tyron Smith again, a Cowboys tackle that we shouldn't have lost to fucking retirement anyway this early. But he was old. But let's go ahead and spend some points just to make sure that we try to get Aaron Jones. And as there was no running backs, first round running backs projected to go in the first round anyway. So let's see if we get those two. Really don't care about La'el Collins. I just want Aaron Jones. I think that would be a good fit. And we get Aaron Jones and we don't get La'el Collins. So, like I said, Aaron Jones would be a good fit. We could even keep James Conner as like a power back. But we're going to shop him around. He is 30. I mean, Aaron Jones is 30. What did he do? Yeah, so he's been still on top of his game coming from Green Bay. We could just leave Aaron Jones as a power back maybe, or it'll kind of be like how Aaron Jones and then they had A.J. Dillon in Green Bay. Could do that. So, we'll shop him around. So, I like that signing. So, we still need to address left tackle. And then the second position, I would say back up right outside linebacker and then cornerback. Other than that, I think we're Gucci. At every position. We can even redo tight end because Parsons ain't been that good. Let's go ahead and check out the mock draft. See if it changed anything. I'm not taking the damn quarterback. Yeah, I'm not taking Joey Borden. There's this Mike Stevenson, corner, B catch and C man. A block shed and B catches B awareness. So he looks like a guy that we could take. What about this Marcus Coleman corner? Elite speed, B catch and B awareness, B kick return. And then there's this Christopher Lynch corner. He's also 6'3", runs a 4.37, A tackling, B awareness. So it looks like there's some corners. So let's check out the prospects, man. Let's look at what we got. I'm actually going to look at quarterbacks. No, we're not. We got the MVP, the reigning MVP. Hell, we look like looking at quarterbacks. Micah Hargrove, 5'8", 214, out of Alabama. Runs a 4.47. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good for a round one running back. There's Antoine Harold guy. He doesn't look good. So I'm glad we were able to get Aaron Jones because this doesn't look like the draft class for running backs. A ball carrier vision, though, for this guy. And he runs a 4. I'll tell you right now, I'm taking him. That ball carrier vision, though, just might be for return, though, so I might just be overreacting. Receiver, we could use like a wide receiver 4. So I'll look at not him. Look at somebody down here, like a day 3 guy. Charleston Stark. All right, so maybe I will look at that guy. Manny Beckford, 6'5". I've been wanting a big body receiver. F medium route, though. So we're not going to look at receiver too much. Tight end. Look at some tight ends. Randy Glenn, C catching. That's about it, though. He just basic. Graham Griffin. A stamina. B run block. B catching. So he looks decent. About this Brandon McClennan guy. 6'4", 260. A stamina. I don't care about stamina, bro. I don't care about how long you can last and shit. Like, we do need left tackle, though. We need to address that. Looks like there's no tackles. There's a center who could possibly kick out the tackle. Got that B pass blocking. Yep. C lead block. So he's in play. And then for right tackle, not a damn soul. Not a damn soul. Right end, really. Cornerback, though. Landry, how good is he? Do we trade up and get him? A awareness, B man. Mike Stevenson, Coleman. I like all these cornerbacks, damn it. Every single one of them. This guy runs a 4.34. I even like Brandon Geck. So whichever one of these guys falls to us, we're going to take. Let's get on with the draft, man. Let's get on with the draft. And actually, look at that one more time. I want to look at it one more time just to see where that cornerback is going, because we could trade up. He's going number one, not trading up. So he'll be a Charger. But unfortunately, we didn't get Lael Collins, so I think we need to go ahead and just sign like a Band-Aid type left tackle. You know, we're still going to look to draft somebody. So we'll just sign like anybody, man, like a Walker Little maybe. Give him a chance to start somewhere. Donovan Smith, Nate Boone, Charles Leno has started before in this league. Jake Matthews. Nope. I don't want nobody. Let's just go ahead and get to the draft and see if we can get a left tackle. See if we can get a cornerback. See if we can get a running back. See if we can keep our trend of hidden dev trait players in the first 2 picks. See if we can keep that going. Let's see if we can keep getting kicked out of the franchise every time we get to the free agency period or the preseason. Let's see if we can make the playoffs. Let's see if we can win a playoff game. Let's see if we can win a division. Let's see if we can make it to the NFC Championship game, to the division round. Let's see if we can make it to the Super Bowl. Let's just see if we can win, damn it. Let's see if we can win. And not even going to look at the final mock draft. They're going to have us taking that quarterback. Don't care about the free agency recap. Let's go ahead and start the draft.
On the clock now, it's the Chargers, and time is ticking.
That cornerback's going to go first.
The Ravens are up
and
now.
let's see
what direction they go.
Who we take.
All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're up.
Could be cornerback. Don't like that running back. Now for the corners, oh man, they just make it so much easier for me. All those corners are still available. But I think, to be smart, Luke Knott, we take him, kick him out the tackle, hidden dev.
Okay,
Our streak has ended. I should have took a goddamn cornerback.
Okay, here we go.
Maybe that's good luck, though. We've hit on the dev trait the first 2 picks, and we haven't been able to make the playoffs. So maybe I needed a Barn Brown dev trait. And, of course, all the goddamn cornerbacks are gone. That would happen. How about this guy goes 6'4", 198, B hit power. Not looking bad, not looking bad. Maybe we can move him. Maybe we can move him to corner. Kadeem Bowers. Is there a running back available, though? There is. I want Ellington. Let's take him.
And the Steelers
normal dev.
Now. Let's see what direction they go. And now
I did like that safety, though, but forgot we needed that running back. And let's see if he's still there, though. Nope, he is gone, unfortunately. Let's take a cornerback anyway, though. Not a cornerback with F-man coverage. Not a cornerback with F-man coverage. I just said that, Terrence Morgan. Why would you copy Justin Byers and have F-man coverage? So it looks like no cornerbacks are available. Go ahead and get Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. No, I don't want Mike Jones on this team. Do we double dip O-line? A, impact blocking. B, awareness. B, run block. He looks good, bro. He ain't gonna cap. We taking him.
Now we turn to the
Damn it.
Steelers. They're on the clock.
If he would have had a depth trade, I would have been pissed. First round pick don't have it, and then he has it. Third round pick.
The
We
Cardinals
double
on the
dipping
clock
that
now. What
O-line.
direction will they go?
Need to get younger at center anyway. Look at tight end. I feel like we need competition there. B, awareness. He might be good. We'll take him.
All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock.
And then next we'll look at cornerback. Even though it looks like there's none. We can look at middle
The
linebacker.
Cardinals are now on
We
the
can use
clock.
more depth there. At finesse, but really don't need a finesse guy at the middle linebacker position. Let's look at George Cloud. I mean, D zone. Look at this Johnny guy, Priester, F pursuit. That's where you lost me. So it looks like the better out of the three is Mr. Cloud. So we're going to get him.
The Steelers are now on the clock.
91 acceleration. I like that.
All right, now it's the Cardinals' turn. They're
And
up.
it looks like I might take a quarterback here. We don't really have a backup quarterback that I'm comfortable with. B, throw under the pressure. B, trucking. We'll take him. C, play action.
Okay, the Steelers
Welcome,
on the
Joe
clock now.
Mendoza. And with this final 7-round pick, we'll look at cornerback. Maybe I should have let the computer simulate it, see if they can help me out a little bit. But
Okay,
nah,
here we go. The
we
Cardinals now on
want
the
to try to
clock.
do it on our own. Let's fill out the depth chart. Probably our worst draft of the rebuild so far. And let's look at this guy and then the guy underneath him, and then we're good. C, tackling. D, awareness. B, block shed. So don't really know much about him. What about this guy, J.D. Pettis? D, catching. C, kit return. I'm just going to take the guy ahead of him. There's a reason why he's ahead of him on the draft
And
board.
the Steelers on the clock now.
Boom,
Let's
Juan
see what
Foster.
direction they
Final
go.
pick of this rebuild for the draft. And let's end it. Feel like this was the worst draft by far that we've done. Probably should have took a cornerback just to keep the depth trait thing, but that's not a good reason to take cornerback. We took a position of need. It's been working out for us, especially last season. All our rookies balled out. Not bad, though. Not bad for a draft. We got Luke Knott. We're going to move him to tackle, though. First round pick. His ratings, he's actually pretty damn good. He's balanced. Move him to tackle. He's our new franchise tackle. Matthew Ellington, the running back. Fast as hell. He's elusive. 93 acceleration. I like him. And I don't know what we're going to do when it comes to backup running back, because I kind of want to keep James Conner to have that power back to complement Aaron Jones, kind of like the A.J. Dillon thing I mentioned earlier. But then again, we got this second-round running back. I'm definitely cutting Eno Benjamin. And, yeah, we might trade James Conner because he's no longer the feature back. I think that's what we're going to do. Got a decent right guard, decent tight end, decent middle linebacker. We whipped on the quarterback, and the cornerback was even okay. So overall, we did good. Best player was a left tackle at pick 2. That Micah Hargrave, though. Damn, I should have just took him. But he did go in the first round, so we wouldn't have been able to get him. I just want to see that cornerback that we were going to take. I think Marcus Coleman was one. Actually, I don't even want to look at them dudes. We got our cornerbacks. 100 tackles for William Jackson last season. But unfortunately, we missed the playoffs again for a 4th straight year. We get kicked out of the franchise for a 4th straight year, like always. But MVP season for Kyler Murray. So Rondale Moore broke out, superstar dev. We did lose Tyron Smith to retirement, but we get J.J. Watt back. We get Chandler Jones back. We get D-Hop back. Have an X factor, edge rusher, young guy. 9-8 though, missing the playoffs again. We got to get over that 500 hump. We got to get over that 8-9, 9-8 baby back bullshit, and launch ourselves to the playoffs. But that's gonna have to wait for part 5. So that'll wrap it up for part 4 until the next episode.